The Mysterons, sworn enemies of Earth, possessing the ability to recreate an exact likeness of an object or person. But first, they must destroy. Leading the fight, one man fate has made indestructible. His name, Captain Scarlet.
Navigational satellite blast off -10. Final countdown begins. This is Siberia Base Control, handing over to Substation 2 for launch procedure. All personnel clear area.
There's the rocket base. Dead ahead, Lieutenant Green. Contact Substation 2 for permission to land. Though I think they'll ask us to circle. By my calculations, they should be firing the navigational satellite any minute.
Yes, sir. Calling Siberia Substation 2. Substation 2, there's a Spectrum Transporter 14A requesting permission to land. Colonel White aboard, reporting for Probe Omega pre-launch security conference.
Substation 2 to Spectrum Transporter. Navigational satellite blast-off delay 20 minutes. You are clear to land. Repeat, clear to land.
Say, there's a satellite rocket now, just over to starboard. Looks impressive.
It certainly does. But not half so impressive as the Probe Omega vehicle. See it? Way over there. About a mile beyond the main control buildings.
It's gigantic. The biggest space probe man's ever built. Is it right that 90% of its bulk is fuel tanks?
Correct. And it'll need every drop to reach the exploration area way out in the Mexican Hat Galaxy. It's unmanned, of course. Entirely remote controlled once it gets off the ground.
Hence the navigational satellite. That's a box of tricks that will guide Big Brother on its journey. Colonel! Look at the base of the satellite rocket. Ignition vapor.
You're right. But control said the shot was delayed. Peel off, Lieutenant.
The blast wave! We're out of control. I can't hold her, Colonel.
Ah, bien. Your colonel is a lucky man, Lieutenant. And so are you. To eject at such a low altitude is usually suicidal.
I guess the snow cushioned our impact, Dr. Laval. Is Colonel White...
Oh, no. A couple of clean fractures, mild concussion. No. A couple of weeks sedation, and voila, he will be as good as new.
Excuse me. I have some most important news that must be passed to Spectrum immediately.
Have you discovered why we were given clearance to land, Professor Volacek?
We've discovered the controller of Substation 2, Lieutenant. One of my best men. The poor fellow is dead. Murdered. Someone else gave you that clearance. Someone who deliberately tried to kill the Colonel and yourself.
Then this can only have been the work of the Mysterons.
This is the voice of the Mysterons. Earthmen, we know you can hear us. Our you. And this time the whole of Earth will taste our vengeance. We will destroy your moon.
Cloud Base radio room to Deputy Commander Captain Blue. Did you hear that, sir?
I sure did. Put out a call for Captain Scarlet and have him come to the command center immediately. Alert all standby personnel for instant readiness.
SIG.
Now, let's see. That message from Lieutenant Green in Siberia. It seems to tie in somewhere. Ah, Captain Scarlet.
Yes, Captain?
I think I've got a lead on how the Mysterons might make their attempt to destroy the moon. I needn't tell you what'll happen if they succeed, Captain. Violent earthquakes, tidal waves, perhaps even deviation of the world into a new and dangerous solar orbit. Now, just what would it take to destroy the moon? A bomb more powerful than anything man has yet devised. Or perhaps a rocket.
You mean Probe Omega?
Exactly. Now, it's my opinion that the attempt on the lives of Colonel White and Lieutenant Green was made with the object of retrometabolizing them into Mysteron agents. They would have been the Mysteron means of aiming the rocket direct at the moon.
Duty Angels to launch stations. Angels will fly escort to Captain Scarlet in standby transporter. Cloud base control to flight deck. All units clear to go.
It's up to you, Captain Scarlet. If you can't unearth the next point of Mysteron attack when you get to Siberia, then the whole world is doomed.
Welcome to the Siberian rocket base, Captain Scarlet. Voloshe, professor in charge of the Probe Omega project.
Glad to know you, Professor.
This moving walkway will take us directly to Colonel White's sick room. He's recovering, thank goodness. Lieutenant Green is with him.
Come in, Captain Scarlet. It's good to see you.
And you, sir. Lieutenant Green, I'm ready for duty immediately.
How do you feel, Captain?
I feel fine. Both you and the Colonel are clear.
Gentlemen, I don't quite understand.
It was a sort of demonstration for you, Professor. You see, though the Colonel and I were apparently unharmed by our crash, it could have been that we had been killed and brought back to life under Mysteron control. We know we weren't, but Captain Scarlet has proved it conclusively.
You see, Professor, Captain Scarlet reacts to the presence of Mysteron agents. Headache, roaring in the ears, for example. This is why he is here.
If the Mysterons take over any one of the personnel on this base, Professor, then I'll know instantly.
Probe Omega's fueling point, Captain Scarlet. It is some sight, no?
It certainly is. Now, Professor, we must assume that the Mysterons will attempt to influence the course of the rocket on blastoff. Who exactly on your staff could interfere with the course settings without arousing suspicion?
Luckily, only two people. The senior technicians, Banda and Corrigan. And speak of the devil, at least one of them. Corrigan, can you spare a minute?
Well, what's up, Prof? I'm right in the middle of the flaming fueling.
Won't keep you. Just like you to meet Captain Scarlet. He's here on special security duties.
Ah, glad to know you, sport. You don't mind if we save the chit-chat till later? I've got a tight schedule if I'm going to make tomorrow's blast-off.
Come, Captain. We'll take the elevator to Bander's department. Tell me, did you detect anything?
No, nothing. Corrigan's clear, at the moment. But if anything happens to him, or this woman, Bander, let me know at once. An accident, anything.
Oh, Professor, what can I do for you?
Sorry to interrupt your work, Dominique. Captain Scarlet, this is our navigational expert, technical superintendent Banda.
Hello. I'm just taking a look around, sort of general security snooper for Spectrum. Well, how are the final stages going?
Oh, absolutely fine. Just look at her. That rocket's a thing of beauty, Captain. She'll go right on schedule and she'll go smooth and sweet.
When are the final course settings going to be made, Dominique?
Oh, half an hour's time. If I can drag that fanatic Corrigan away from his precious fueling. And now, please, gentlemen, if you'll excuse me.
We'll be on our way. See you later. Banda, Captain?
No, Professor. Incredibly, no. The Mysterons have got at neither Corrigan nor Bander. That means that the Martian attempt on them must take place within the next half hour. We've got to keep them under constant watch from this moment on. Well, that's it. Blast-off course plotted and set on the nose cone.
Yes, it's the final stage of preparation. Now we can all relax and wait for the countdown to start. Tell me, Captain Scarlet, how do you like the electrically sealed door over the gyro hatch?
Well, it's solid enough. Is it true it's impossible to reopen it now?
That's right. It has to stand such tremendous stresses, you see. Well, Captain, we have been privileged to see these men complete their work. Shall we return to your quarters?
Yes, but I think we'd better call on Colonel White first. I can't understand it, Colonel. Corrigan and Bander are A-OK. The rocket's A-OK. Nothing can alter Probe Omega's blast-off course.
Then there's no telling how the Mysterons are going to strike. Captain, you've got to get in touch with the world government on my authority. Convince them Probe Omega's launch must be cancelled. Do you hear me? Cancelled.
Colonel White, I'm sorry, sir, but I've spent all night trying to convince them. Even the President himself refuses to cancel Probe Omega. He says our evidence means nothing.
Wait. Professor Volocek. Substation 2, what's going on there now? Is it still operational?
Why, no. After the navigational satellite went into orbit, it was closed down. But why?
If anyone was there, the man who tried to kill us, could he tamper with the satellite settings?
By heaven! He could alter the orbit of the satellite. In a different position, its signals could draw Probe Omega right into the moon.
Get out of here! Probe Omega's countdown is on its last minute.
Captain, Professor Volocek on the line. We can still cancel the countdown.
Emphatically no. A Mysteron agent is here on Substation 2. I can feel it. I'll deal with him.
What the? Scarlet.
Captain Black. So you're behind this. Stand away from those controls.
Blast you. But you're too late. The satellite's already in position.
Don't be too confident. Back. Back. Into the main terminals.
No. No.
20 seconds to 0. Nine, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0.
Probe Omega launched, sir. Exit altitude A-OK. All systems are go.
Then we can only cross our fingers that Captain Scarlet has managed to cancel the influence of the navigational satellite. I'm afraid that whatever happens, Probe Omega will go nowhere near its predetermined destination. The exploration of the Mexican Hat Galaxy will have to begin again from scratch. I just wonder what the world government is going to say.
Gentlemen, in concluding this emergency meeting of the World Security Council, I can express my regret that the Mysteron agent, Captain Black, was able to make his escape. However, I can congratulate Captain Scarlet on his magnificent effort. I can also reveal that by a strange twist of fate, the eventual course of Probe Omega terminated on Mars. The blast of the collision was noted by every observatory on Earth, and it is expert opinion that thanks to Spectrum, the voice of the Mysterons will be silent for some considerable time to come.
Captain Scarlet. Captain Scarlet. Captain Scarlet. Captain Scarlet. Captain Scarlet. Indestructible. Captain Scarlet.
Calling all Spectrum agents. SIG for this great new offer from Kellogg's Sugar Smacks.
Free inside every packet, one of these Spectrum badges. Captain Scarlet, Colonel White, Lieutenant Green, Captain Blue, Destiny Angel, and the Spectrum emblem. Collect all 6. The first is in this special packet of Sugar Smacks. Those honey-sweet puffs of wheat that give you plenty of energy. Fast. Right, Captain Scarlet?
SIG for Kellogg's Sugar Smacks.
The Mysterons, sworn enemies of Earth, possessing the ability to recreate an exact likeness of an object or person. But first, they must destroy. Leading the fight, one man fate has made indestructible. His name, Captain Scarlet.
There he goes, over that rise, about 300 yards right of my position. Can you see him, Captain Magenta?
I see him, Captain Blue, and he's trapped. There's nothing at his back but the sea, and he'd never make it down the cliff face. It's a sheer drop. He'll have to give up.
Give up? Don't you believe it? You've had field experience. Have you ever known a Mysteron agent to give himself up?
Check. Will you call in the Angel Strike?
No. You have the new electro-ray rifle, and this is your chance to give it a real test. The Spectrum scientists claim it'll be effective on Mysteronized subjects, and you're going to see if they're right. Can you get a clear shot at him?
SIG, Captain. Range 100. Taking aim. No. He's gone to ground. Wait. Up again. Making for cliff edge. There. Got him! Oh, no. Oh, that's awful. Awful. I never thought.
Good shooting, Captain. Hey, what's the matter? You look real beat.
The effect of this rifle, it's frightening. He just wasn't a man anymore. It just...
Captain Magenta, get one fact very firmly fixed in your mind. We are not fighting against men. We're fighting against Mysterons. And although they may look like men, they are completely inhuman. They have no feelings, no minds of their own. They're just puppets. What you killed was already dead. He died when the Mysterons took him over. Remember that, always.
Yes. Yes, you're right, Captain. It was only that, for a moment...
Forget it. It's a tough job, Captain, but it has to be done. Now let's get back to the SPV and report that the electro-ray rifle works. It'll be standard equipment in all patrol and pursuit vehicles from now on.
This is the voice of the Mysterons. Captain Black, explain the failure of your agent in Cornwall.
The Cornish agent was eliminated by members of Spectrum. They used a new weapon, a rifle which can immediately destroy even a subject possessing the power of the Mysterons.
The weapon the Earthmen plan to use against us shall be turned on them. You will obtain one of these weapons. It will be a new tool in our campaign against Earth.
There, my dears, easy now. I'm just gathering your eggs. It's about time they scientists got round to making a machine to do this job. Hello, then. What can I do for you, stranger?
Spectrum. SPV required. Urgent.
Oh, aye. Identification, then?
Here. And I'm in a hurry.
All right, then. That grain silo's got what you want. Here. Hold on a bit. Let's see that identity again. I thought...
Too slow, Earthman. What? No, you don't.
You're Captain Black.
Good. Very good. This should bring Spectrum to me. But I'll need protection. I think I know how.
Colonel, an urgent message.
Vehicle base 60E to Cloud Base. Report theft of SPV.
Position of base 60E, quickly.
North Devon, England. Video tracker in clear focus, sir. One subject only. Moving south from Exeter area.
Prepare to launch Angel Flight, Lieutenant. And get me Captain Blue. I'll speak to him direct.
Wait. Our subject stopped, Colonel. And unless the video tracker's out of commission, he's in the middle of Bodmin.
Hold Angel Flight.
SIG, sir. Captain Blue, report your position.
Blue here. Captain Scarlet and I are at Southampton Heliport.
Captain Blue, a stolen SPV driven by Captain Black is now in the center of Bodmin, Cornwall. All available agents take position on the Tamar bridges. And you and Captain Scarlet get into Cornwall and after him. You have the new rifle. This may be our chance to dispose of Black once and for all.
SIG, Colonel.
Gosh, what a smashing car. I bet that can really move.
But there ain't no windows. How does the driver see where he's going?
Hey, look. The driver's getting out. Car, what a classy uniform. All black.
Here, mister. Would you tell us how you drive your car?
Well, my dear, it's pretty difficult to explain. It's a special kind of car.
I'll say it is. Would you let us take a look inside, mister?
Well, I'm not sure.
Please, mister.
Well, I'll tell you what I'll do. Since you're such nice children, I'll take you for a short trip.
Super.
Fab. Come on, Robert.
No, I can't. Supposed to be home by now. I ought to. All right, baby. You run on home, but I'm not missing the chance.
Nor me.
All right. Quickly now. Up you come. That's it. Now you, son. Right. We'll be on our way.
Betty, Timmy, don't go. I don't like.
Subject moving again, Colonel. Crossing Bodmin Moor on Truro Road.
Captain Blue, what's your position?
Just crossing the Tamar River, Colonel. All roads out of Cornwall now covered.
Good. Black's heading for Truro, across Bodmin Moor. Get after him.
SIG, Colonel.
Betty! Betty! Tea time! Betty? Betty, where are you?
Mrs. Pengelly, Mrs. Pengelly.
Robert! Well, where's Betty? I thought she was with you and Timmy.
They've gone off in a funny kind of car with a man in a black uniform.
Car? Black uniform? Oh, my sakes. Oh, dear, I hardly... Oh, quick, Robert, me love. You come with me. We am going to the police as fast as us knows how.
Where are we going, mister?
Not very far. Don't worry. Think of it as a mystery tour. A mystery tour. Or perhaps a Mysteron tour.
Keep your foot down, Captain Scarlet. We're still a few miles behind him, even after that stop he made. I'd like to know what game he's playing.
An unpleasant one, that much is certain. What? A police roadblock? What on earth? Right, you're covered, so don't try nothing. Now, where are they?
What are you talking about? Why have you stopped us? We are Spectrum officers in pursuit of a stolen vehicle. Your superiors have been notified.
Why, you're not... I see. You don't know.
Know what?
That fella in the car you're after. Got 2 kids with him. Kidnapped him or some such.
Children? The dirty... Stand clear. We're going to get Captain Black this time, Captain Scarlet. And When we catch up with him, have that electro-ray rifle ready.
Right. Move.
You let us go, do you hear?
Oh, come on, Timmy. We can't do anything. You wait till the police find out.
I'll wait, but not for the police. If I know Spectrum, they're on my trail right now. Now that I have the electro-ray rifle, I only hope Scarlet tries to stick his nose in.
Approaching Truro now, Captain Blue. I wonder...
Cloud base is Spectrum pursuit vehicle. Video tracker indicates Black's vehicle has halted on the cover on outskirts of Truro. You are approaching his position now.
Undercover? I wonder. Look, that warehouse we just passed.
I saw it, Captain. The doors were open.
And if that wasn't an SPV inside, then I'm a Mysteron. Come on, and bring that rifle.
Can't see anyone inside. Could he have abandoned the vehicle?
But why leave it in full sight? He must have known we'd be tracking him. Well, there's only one way to find out. But just in case, I don't think we'll go in by the front door. Get the hover pack.
Right. That's on. If you create a diversion, I'll get up to the roof. There should be a skylight, since there aren't any side windows.
SIG, Captain Scarlet. Off you go. And if Black's in there, watch out. He'll have an electro-ray rifle too, remember?
Check. I'm on my way.
Now to create a diversion. Captain Black! Black! I know you're in there. This is Captain Blue. I'm coming in after you. Do you hear me, Black? He heard all right. The doors have shut.
Captain Blue, don't try anything, or these children will suffer.
It's up to you, Captain Scarlet.
Right. Let's hope this gives Black a surprise. Now!
Scarlet, now for it. I won't miss this time. Stay where you are, Scarlet, or this child gets it.
Ow! Let go of me!
You devil.
You fell for it, Scarlet. This time you're finished. Drop that rifle, Scarlet. That's right. And now, wait for it. Point blank range, Scarlet. I can't miss. Captain Scarlet, this is the voice of the Mysterons. You have troubled us for too long. Now you will be destroyed. What the?
You let go of her. There.
Good lad. Right, now to get rid of these rifles. Out of the skylight. 1, 2. Now, Captain Black, we're both unarmed, and it's you that's trapped.
But I've still got the kid, Scarlet. I'm going out of here, and you're not going to stop me. And you'd better tell Captain Blue not to try either. Give me that hover pack. Quickly, or else.
Oh, you're hurting.
All right, I've got no choice. There it is. But you won't get far.
You think not? Well, as a precaution, I'm taking the girl with me.
Not if I can help it. Got you. Now drop her. Get clear, girl, get clear.
Hold on to him, mister.
Betty, are you all right?
All right.
Look, they're both going up.
Let go. Let go, Scarlet.
Not on your life.
Good grief. Captain Scarlet, can you hear me?
I hear you. Oh!
Shake you off.
I'll follow you. Can't you bring him down?
I can't reach control. Got to hang on. No, you don't. Did you pick up rifle, Captain Blue?
I sure did.
Then shoot. Don't worry about...
There. That's your radio fixed. There's nothing your Captain Blue can do to stop us.
You won't get away.
No. I've got a boat waiting. Maybe I didn't kill you, but you're as good as trapped. When we reach the sea...
If only I can get in a shot. But I can't risk hitting Captain Scarlet, not with this rifle. I must follow. SPV. Oh, no good. I need something open. Just the thing. An old motorbike. Can't be many of these left now, but it'll do fine for this job.
Nearly there, Scarlet. There's the sea.
I'm hanging on, Black. Staying with you till Captain Blue catches up.
Nearly at the sea. If I take the cliff road, maybe get in a shot while they're over the water. If only I can hit the hover pack. But I've got to risk it.
Not far. Now, Scarlet.
I'll get you, Black.
About here, you said, Captain?
Yes, this is where they fell, all right.
Well, I'm sorry, Captain, but I don't see nothing. And currents is treacherous hereabouts. Maybe,
There. Look there. That patch of red.
Ah, I see him. Nearly there. Why, 'tis a man. Been pretty knocked about.
Captain Scarlet. Don't worry. He'll survive okay.
But I don't see no sign of t'other feller. I fear he be drowned for certain.
Drowned? I wish I could think you were right. But somehow, I don't think we've seen the last of Captain Black. Not yet.
Captain Scarlet. Captain Scarlet. Captain Scarlet. Captain Scarlet. Captain Scarlet. Indestructible. Captain Scarlet.
Calling
Calling all Spectrum agents. SIG for Kellogg's Sugar Smacks.
Those honey-sweet puffs of wheat give you plenty of energy, fast. And when you're up against the Mysterons, you need all the energy you can get.
That's why all Spectrum agents eat Sugar Smacks for breakfast.
Repeat, all Spectrum agents. SIG for Kellogg's Sugar Smacks.
One man, a man who is different, chosen by fate, caught up in Earth's unwanted conflict with the Mysterons. Determined, courageous, indestructible. His name, Captain Scarlet.
Captain Scarlet is indestructible. You are not. Remember this. Do not try to imitate him. Captain Scarlet is indestructible. You are not. Remember this. Do not try to imitate him.
Captain Scarlet. 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 they burn, they smash him, but they know he'll return to live again. Captain Scarlet, as the angels are flying wing to wing into the sea, spectrum is green. Captain Scarlet, though the Mysterons plan to conquer the earth, this indestructible man will show what he's worth. Captain Scarlet, indestructible. Captain Scarlet. Captain Scarlet. Captain Scarlet. Captain Scarlet. Captain Scarlet. Captain Scarlet. Indestructible. Captain Scarlet.